Basketball is literally a game. Like, I promise you, it's literally a game. We have so much fun with it. But when it comes to death threats, when it comes to people finding, like, I'm talking about people have come down to my address, follow me home. Like, it's come down to that. Multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me, like, naked. Literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like,
no.
Are you naked on Instagram?
Angel Reese just dropped a bombshell on the WNBA, and it's all about Caitlin She's saying Clark's fans are out of control, but here's the thing. People are calling BS. We're talking fake AI pics, harassment claims, and a whole lot of drama. But is any of it real? Let's break it down. Reese is saying Clark's fans are harassing her and even making fake AI images. That's a big deal if it's true, but guess what? People aren't buying it. Reese is getting hit with some major backlash, and it's making everyone wonder what's really going on here. You know what's crazy? This whole thing could change the WNBA as we know it. We're not just talking about two players anymore. This is about how fans interact with players.
Whenever you think of Angel Reese, people often mention Caitlin Clark. You've said in interviews, there's no beef, but the media keeps going on. This is your platform, so how do you feel about that situation?
Caitlin is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was an amazing player. We've been playing each other since high school. Like, literally been playing each other since high school, and like knowing that like there's never been beef. At the end of the day, it's a game that we do both love, but there is no hate. No hate. We're gonna play on the same team one day, I'm sure. Like, we're gonna definitely play on the same team one day. So
maybe 2028.
How social media affects the game, and maybe even the future of women's basketball. It's huge, and trust me, you're gonna want to stick around to see how this all plays out. Now let's peel back the layers of this controversy. Is Reese really the victim she claims to be, or is there more to the story? The truth behind her allegations might change everything you thought you knew about this rivalry. Reese dropped a bombshell, claiming Clark's fans are harassing her and even creating fake AI images. That's a serious accusation, but here's the kicker. Fans aren't buying it. They're questioning every detail of Reese's story, and it's causing a massive uproar in the WNBA community. Let's break it down. Reese said, "I literally saw something today that was like it's crazy," referring to the harassment she's facing, but fans are scratching their heads, wondering where's the connection to Clark's fan base. It's like Reese is pointing fingers without any real evidence to back it up. Here's where things get even more interesting. Reese claims her family members are receiving inappropriate AI images of her. She said, "My family members are like uncles, are sending it to me like, are you naked on Instagram?" That's a pretty shocking statement, right? But here's the thing. People are starting to question if these images even exist. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Reese's own social media presence. Fans are pointing out that Reese often posts revealing photos on her own Instagram. So when she complains about being sexualized by Clark's fans, people are asking, wait a minute, isn't that a bit hypocritical? It's like she's playing both sides of the fence, and fans aren't having it.
Like, we've talked trash to each other in AAU, like that. It's been that. So I think it's really just the fans, her fans. When you come, when it's behind your name, that's when a lot of people are like, oh, they think, oh, I don't like her because her fans are saying this. No, I don't believe in her heart that she has hatred towards me. Knowing my 5 fingers and my other finger pointing at my hand could literally have changed my life for like forever. It's crazy.
You know what's really got people talking? The fact that Reese is dragging Clark into this mess. One commentator put it bluntly, Caitlin Clark hasn't done anything to you. It's like Reese is trying to create drama where there isn't any. Fans are calling her out for it. This whole situation is starting to look like a classic case of clout chasing. Some fans think Reese might be using Clark's name just to grab some attention. I mean, Clark's popularity is through the roof right now, so it's not hard to see why someone might want to ride those coattails. But here's the real kicker. All this drama might be backfiring on Reese. Instead of gaining sympathy, she's facing a ton of backlash. Fans are frustrated with what they see as a double standard. They're asking why Reese can post whatever she wants on social media, but then cry foul when she feels sexualized. It's a complicated issue, and it's got everyone talking. While Reese faces backlash, Caitlin Clark's star is rising faster than anyone expected. What if Clark's success is the real reason behind this drama?
WNBA Player of the Week. There have only been 40 triple-doubles in the history of the WNBA. Cheryl Swoops recorded the first WNBA triple-double during the 1999 season, while Caitlin Clark logged the most recent triple-double earlier this week. She now has 102 on the season and is 19 away from Diana Taurasi in second place and 26 away from UNESCO of the New York Liberty. She ain't beating Asia Wilson for the MVP, but she's beating Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year. That's a wrap. That's over. And props to Angel Reese, who's had a good year, by the way.
The numbers don't lie, and they're painting a picture that might change everything you thought about this rivalry. Let's talk about Clark's impact on the WNBA. It's not just good, it's mind-blowing. Since she joined, league viewership has skyrocketed by 180%. That's not a typo. We're talking nearly triple the eyeballs on screens. And it's not just TV. Clark's games are pulling in massive crowds, averaging about 5,300 fans. Compare that to Reese's games, which draw around 10,200 people. The difference is impossible to ignore. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark isn't just popular, she's cashing in big time. Nike just signed her to a deal worth about $3 million a year. That's serious money, especially for a rookie. It's the kind of deal that turns heads and maybe ruffles some feathers. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Clark's popular, but what does that have to do with Reese's claims? Well, it could be everything. Think about it. When one player is getting all the attention, all the fans, all the money, it's bound to create some tension. Maybe Reese is feeling the pressure of Clark's success more than she's letting on. But here's a twist you didn't see coming. Reese actually said she doesn't think Clark personally hates her. That's huge. It shows there's some respect there, even with all this drama going on.
Caitlin Clark became the first ever rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double twice in the same season. In that game, Clark scored her 103-point shot this season, becoming just the 6th woman. My WNBA Player of the Week, surprise, surprise, Indiana Fever rookie sensation, Caitlin Clark. There's nothing really to say other than that. She's winning Rookie of the Year. She's a top candidate for league MVP honors.
So if Clark doesn't hate Reese, and Reese knows it, why all the fuss? This rivalry isn't just about what happens on the court anymore. It's about who's getting the spotlight, who's changing the game, and who's bringing in the big buck. Clark's not just playing basketball. She's reshaping the entire landscape of women's sports. New fans are pouring in, and they're not just watching. They're buying tickets, merchandise, and tuning in like never before. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Reese's outburst really about harassment, or is it about feeling overshadowed? As Clark breaks records and signs massive deals, is Reese feeling left behind? It's not just about points scored or games won anymore. This is about who's going to be the face of women's basketball for years to come. And you know what's really wild? Some fans are so upset about this whole situation that they're talking about boycotts. That's right, boycotts over a rivalry. That shows you just how intense this has become. It's not just player versus player anymore. It's become fan versus fan, and it's threatening to spill over into something that could really hurt the league. This rivalry isn't just about basketball anymore. It's turned into a full-blown social media war, and it's changing the game in ways nobody saw coming. We're talking about a clash that's shaking up not just the WNBA, but society itself. This whole drama is exposing something way bigger than sports. Let's talk about race. It's the elephant in the room, and it's time we addressed it. This Reese-Clark rivalry, it's not just about two players anymore. It's become a mirror reflecting some serious societal tensions. You know how they say, those who screech the loudest get the most attention sometimes? Well, that's exactly what's happening here. The racial undertones of this rivalry are being amplified by public perception, and it's causing a storm. But here's where it gets really wild. Social media is like gasoline on this fire. It's not just fans talking anymore. It's memes, it's hashtags, it's viral videos. Every tweet, every post, every comment is adding fuel to this controversy. And you know what? It's changing how athletes and fans interact. The line between support and harassment is getting blurrier by the second. Now let's talk about responsibility. When you're in the spotlight like Reese and Clark, every word matters. One fan put it perfectly. When you're a public figure making serious accusations, everything you do is under a microscope. That's the reality of being a sports star today. It's not just about how you play, it's about what you say, what you post, and how you handle the pressure. But here's the real kicker. This whole mess is forcing the WNBA to face some hard truths. It's not just about managing player rivalries anymore, it's about dealing with race, gender, social media, and fan behavior all at once. The league is at a crossroad, and how they handle this could make or break the future of women's basketball. You know what's really got people talking? The fans. They're not just sitting back and watching anymore, they're demanding change. They want transparency, they want better protection for players, and they're not backing down. Some are even talking about boycotts if things don't improve. That's how serious this has become. All right, let's wrap this up. The WNBA's in hot water, and it's all because of this Reese-Clark drama. We've got false claims, angry fans, and a whole lot of chaos. But here's the real deal. How the WNBA handles this mess could change everything. The league's at a turning point. They can either step up and show they mean business, or they might lose more than just a few fans. It's not just about basketball anymore. It's about race, social media, and how we treat our sports stars. So, what's next? The ball's in the WNBA's court. They've got to make some tough calls, and fast. This whole situation's got us all thinking. What do we really want from our sports? Is it just about the game, or is it something bigger? Think about it.